Welcome everyone. Welcome to our final CXC Math Paper 1 review. Okay, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Miss K. George, aka Math Master. I am the CEO and founder of Jumpstart Institute, an online learning institution. Our focus is to empower students. Hi, hello. Our focus is to empower students through technology and improve their academic performance through technology as well. So today you will be engaged. For those of you who are here for the first time, you will be engaged in this session. You should not be nervous for this paper, okay? You should not be nervous as long as you are prepared, and this is why you are here today. I am going to help you with the preparation for tomorrow. Okay, I know that you are hoping that you will pass, and yes, I will be here to help you this evening. Okay, so go ahead and share this live session. If anyone that you know will be writing the CXC Math paper tomorrow, please share the live session with them. In the meantime, while we're waiting for the others to join, ensure that you have at least a book or a paper or pen or pencil, because you will be doing some work today. You will be engaged. Okay, remember, no calculator allowed. Okay, remember, tomorrow during the exam, you will not have any calculator. Okay, so if you use a calculator this evening, you're only cheating yourself. Okay, so ensure that you have your paper for you to do your working, and that's what you'll be expected to do tomorrow, to use your paper to do your working. You'll not just be staring at the question and trying to figure A, B, C, or D. No, you're going to be doing your working on your paper. Okay. Yes, there's a possibility that some of the questions that I will show you all this evening may appear on the question paper tomorrow, as some of the questions may be repeated, or it might be a similar type question. Okay, so there is a possibility. However, you should not focus on the answer, but focus on how we actually get the answer. Okay, because sometimes you may see a question that's similar, the options are the same, however, CXC may decide to change the numbers around. Okay, so you have to be very careful to not just tomorrow, because you see a question that you probably felt like you saw before and you know the answer, to just select that answer. No, you should go ahead and do your calculations. So this is why I urge you this evening to focus on how you get the answer and not just the answer itself. Okay, so for those of you all who have not yet subscribed to the channel, I'd like you all to do so right now. Subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and share. As I said, share if anyone that you know is writing the exam tomorrow. Okay. All right, so let's see here. I'm not going to keep you all waiting too much. So I'd like you all to go on to www.kahoot.it. I am putting that in the chat right now. Okay, I am putting that in the chat right now. Okay, great job, Seeker. Great that you have already subscribed. I'd like you all to go to this link. Go to this link. I'm going to give you all the game code in a bit for us to begin the math game. Okay, just to get you all warmed up a bit before we get into the game. I personally am working towards everybody getting a grade 1. I want you to drop in the chat what you'll be working for tomorrow. Will you be working for a grade 1, a grade 2, or a grade 3 tomorrow? Drop which number you're working for. I am personally, as a teacher, I am working for all my students to get a grade 1. Only ones tomorrow. So drop in the chat for me what it is that you'll be working towards, a grade 1. Excellent, Adrian. Definitely, Jenny, you have to work for a grade 1. That's what we are working for, definitely. Okay, you have to believe that you can achieve this. Even if you see a question during the exam and you find it's a bit challenging, okay, I don't want you to give up or fold in or just go blank like some persons sometimes do. Okay, remember to time yourself. You should not spend more than 1.5 minutes on a question. There are some questions you will spend probably less than 60 minutes, less than 30 seconds, half a minute. And there are others you will spend a full 1.5 minutes. But you should not be there 5 minutes on a question. No, that's too much time and you will not have time to finish the exam. So ensure that you do not spend too much time on a particular question. Okay, so let's see here. We are going straight into the game. So the game is loading right now. I will give you all the game link in a bit. It's 1850486. Okay, I'm going to type the game link in the chat and then I'm going to show you all my screen. So the game link is 1850486. 1850486. Okay, so here it is right here, 1850486. So again, just put in your name. Okay, so I see Liam is there. I see Imperial Maiden is there. Ali is there. Top G is there. Arrow is there, ready to fly like a plane, like an aeroplane. Okay, so you just go ahead and you go to www.kahoot.it and you put in the code right here. Okay, www.kahoot.it. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to pin this in case. And if at all for some reason while the game is going on you dropped out, you can rejoin while the game is going on. And if someone comes in late, okay, so I just sent the message here again. Okay, please share this live with your friends. Subscribe if you have not done so as yet. Let's see how many persons are on. Okay, I see 14 persons are on the game and I still see some other persons in the chat. So you do have some time for you to join. I see Ali, I see Paper 1 Master, definitely Paper 2 Master is there, Naya. I don't know is there, but you're gonna know today. You have to know today because you have the exam tomorrow. Okay, so I'm just waiting on the others to join. Go ahead and go to www.kahoot.it and you enter the game code 1850486. Again, you need to get your pen, your pencil, or your paper for you to do your working. You'll not just be looking at the screen today. You will be required to do some working. Again, as I said on the exam tomorrow, do not just stare at the question and figure. I mean, there are some questions you can calculate mentally, but then there are some you're going to have to do some working quickly. Okay, so be prepared for you to do some working today as well. Okay, so let's see here. Let me see how many persons are here. Okay, I know that there are some persons who are still trying to get in. So again, you go to www.kahoot.it and you enter the code 1850486. Go ahead and share this link with any of your friends, anyone you know who is writing the exam tomorrow. We'll be looking at actual past paper questions this evening, and we're just going to go for a few of them that may just appear on the exam tomorrow. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, I'm going to start shortly. Okay, if you all are ready for me to begin, I would like you to drop a J in the chat for me. J for Jumpstart Institute. If you're ready for me to begin this game, drop a J in the chat. J for Jumpstart Institute, so we can start this live session. We can start this live game. Okay, so I see that you all are ready. Good luck to everyone. Remember that the points are accumulated not just based on the correct answer, but also based on how fast you answer. There is a timer for each question. No question is more than 1.5 minutes. There are some questions that are timed at 1 minute. Why? Because I know that's sufficient time for you to answer. Okay, so I don't want you all on the day of the exam tomorrow to be wasting time while you are answering your questions. Okay, so I'm going to begin. Good luck to everyone. And you can still join even if the game is going on. Okay? The point where a linear function crosses the horizontal axis. Let me minimize this a bit. Okay, the point where a linear function crosses the horizontal axis. I'll jog your memory a bit. A linear function will be a straight line graph. Okay? A linear function, that will be a straight line graph. Okay, you have 6 more seconds. Okay, so yeah, they're asking where does this line, the point where the line crosses the horizontal axis. Okay, so let's see here. So here I have drawn my Cartesian plane here without my graph at the back here. But could someone tell me, or could you all tell me the colored line that I have here? This colored line here, which is the horizontal axis, would this be my x-axis or would this be my y-axis? Which one would that be? Would this be my x-axis or my y-axis, the horizontal line? I'd like you to type in the chat for me. Would that be my x-axis or my y-axis? Okay, so this is the x-axis. So remember, horizontal line goes across like the horizon, like in the ocean, the horizon. Okay, so the straight line graph would intersect the x-axis. Okay, this would not be the y-axis. This would be the x-axis. Therefore, the linear function, which is a straight line, would intersect the x-axis at the point. We would refer to that point as the x-intercept. Okay? And just for your general knowledge, the point through which it would pass through the y-axis would be considered the y-intercept. Okay? So remember, your x-axis is the horizontal line. It goes across. So let's see here. So I see Imperial Maiden is already at the top. Bird D and top G is at the top. Okay, if h of x, so here it is, we have a function. H of x is equal to 3x minus 2. I'll give you a little hint. You take the number -6 and you substitute it in the place of x. You substitute it in the place of the variable x in the function 3x minus 2 over 5. Remember, negative times a positive will give us a negative. Remember that. And remember, when we are adding and subtracting, the answer always takes the sign of the bigger number. So keep that in mind. And when we multiply or divide a negative number and a positive number, we will always get a negative number for our answer. Okay, let's see here. So a bit of you all did get this correct, but let's see here. So we have here h of x. H of x is equal to 3x minus 2 divided by 5. So as you can see here, in the place of x, I have -6 because the function says h of x, but then the question asks for h of -6. So what we are going to do is we are simply going to replace x with -6. Okay, so substituting here, we say 3 multiplied by -x. What's 3 multiplied by -6? Sorry. What's 3 multiplied by -6? Would that be +18 or -18? 3 multiplied by -6. Would that be +18 or -18? You all can type your answer in the chat. Okay, Alicia said -18. Do you all agree with Alicia? -18, definitely. Why? Because here it is, we have a positive number being multiplied to a negative number. So that gives us -18 minus 2 divided by 5. Now, -18 minus 2. Now, this is where I know some of you all get confused whether you should subtract the 2 from the 18 or add. Because we are dealing with a negative number and another negative number, we are dealing with 2 negative numbers, it means that we should add. So our answer, we would say 18 plus 2, that would give us 20. However, you need to check the sign of the bigger number. Because 18 is negative, it means that our answer here will be negative. So -18 minus 2 gives us -20. -20 divided by 5 gives us -4. Okay, again, remember, negative divided by a positive, our answer would be negative. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. You all are doing great. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, so I see Top G is still here. I see IDK appeared on the board, and now Liam is automatically at the top. So let's see here. The maximum point of y is equal to 4x minus x squared. So here we have the graph. We have the graph right here. So what is the coordinate of the maximum points? What is the coordinate of the maximum points? Maximum point, that will refer to the tallest point on your graph. Okay, so if you look at this curve right here, you look for the tallest point and the coordinates of the tallest point. Okay, so I see that some persons chose 4, 2. Okay, so let's see here. So the maximum point, as I said, that's the tallest point on your graph, right? So the maximum point will be right here. Okay, so, but whenever we are writing our coordinates, my question to you all is, the first number in the coordinate, does it come from the x-axis or does it come from the y-axis? When we are writing our coordinates, do we say x and then y, or do we say y and then x? Do we take the first number from the x-axis and then we take the number from the y? Or do we take the first number from the y-axis? How do we write our coordinates? Right. We've always take the first number from the x-axis. Think about it. In the alphabet, x comes before y. So we take the first number from the x-axis. So therefore, the first number of this coordinate here would have been +2. Okay, and the next number here from the y-axis would have been 4. Okay, you go up here to the point and then you go across to your y-axis. Okay, so the coordinate would have been 2, 4. Okay, excellent. You all are doing great. For those of you all who just joined in, you can get into the game by going to www.kahoot.it. The code is pinned at the top of the chat. The code is 185. The code is 1850486. Once you go to www.kahoot.it, you will get into the game. Okay, so let's move on. You all are doing an excellent job so far. Okay, so I see that Carl and Top G is on the screen here, and we have, who's this? Zari at the climbing quickly here. 7 times the product. So you should know what operation you need to use when you hear the word product. Does it mean to multiply? Does it mean to add, subtract? 7 times the product of two numbers A and B. Seven times the product of two numbers A and B. Seven times the product of two numbers A and B. Okay, so 7 times the product. What does product mean, by the way? 7 times. They said 7 times, but the product of two numbers A and B. What sign should come here? Does product mean addition? Does product mean multiplication? Could you all help me out here? They said product. Could you all help me out here? Does product mean multiplication, addition, subtraction? Which operation are we going to use for these two numbers here, A and B? Okay, multiplication. Okay, excellent. So 7 times the product of two numbers. So product, we're going to multiply these two numbers, A and B. But as you know, in algebra, whenever we are multiplying, we can simply stick our variables together. So 7 times A times B is the same as saying 7AB. Okay, excellent. I think you all did very well on this question generally. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, let's see. Next question. The determinant of the identity matrix. Okay, I'm going to show you what the identity matrix is. This is the identity matrix. What is the determinant of this matrix? This is the identity matrix. What is the determinant of that matrix? You should remember how to calculate the determinant of a matrix. Okay, so this is what the identity matrix would look like. So the question is asking you to calculate the determinant. Okay, again, all of these questions are past paper questions. Some of them you may just see them again on the exam tomorrow, or probably the numbers might just change a bit. Okay, so you have to calculate the determinants. Okay, so majority of you all got this correct. 13 persons got this correct. Okay, so to calculate the determinant, you simply say the product, and we just learned product means multiply. So the product of the leading diagonal, so we say 1 multiplied by 1, minus the product of the non-leading, 0 multiplied by 0. So 1 times 1, that gives us 1 minus 0, which is equal to 1. Therefore, the determinant of the identity matrix would be 1. Okay? Every time I see a new person at the top, that means you all are really working hard for this grade 1 tomorrow. Okay, so we're moving on to the next question. The perimeter of a square is 56 centimeters. I'll remind you all that perimeter means the distance all around a shape. Perimeter means the distance all around a shape. Okay, remember they're asking you for the area. They told you the perimeter is 56 centimeters. but they're asking you for the area of that square. A little hint, you need to determine the length of the square of one side in order for you to determine the area. Let's see here. Okay, so 14 persons got this correct. This is great. Excellent. So let's see here. I have my square right here. So the question said that the perimeter is 56 centimeters. Okay. Perimeter refers to the distance all around the shape. In order for us to determine the perimeter of a square, we would have to add each side together to get that 56 centimeters. Now remember, the length of each side of the square has the same measurement. So if the perimeter is 56 centimeters and I have 4 sides in a square, what would I have to do to determine the length of one side? I need you all to help me out here. The perimeter is 56 centimeters. That means the distance all around the shape. I have 4 sides. Each side is the same length. Okay. Pro Fresh here says divide by 4. Do you all agree that we should divide 56 by 4 to get the length of one side? Because we would need the length in order to calculate the area. Okay, Shelly Boo says divide by 4. Excellent. So to get the length of one side, you would have to say 56 divided by 4. 4 into 5, that goes once. Minus in here, we have 16. 4 into 16 goes 4 times. So this means that the length of one side of the square is 14 centimeters. But they did not ask us for that. They asked us for the area. How do we calculate the area of a square? Could you all help me out here again? Jog my memory a bit. How do we calculate the area of a square? If the length is 14 centimeters, how do we calculate the area of a square? The length is 14, not 16. I'm Fresh. 14. Length by width, excellent. Okay, someone said the side squared, excellent. So you could say 14 times 14 or 14 squared, or you could say 14 times 14. Now, this is why I told you all, for those of you all who on the live prior to this, I told you all you need to know your square numbers. Okay, 14 times 14, that would give us how much? 196. Okay, so tomorrow you need to know what's 13 times 13, that's 169. You need to know what's 10 times 10, what's 20 times 20, 400. Because that's going to save you time on the exam. Because for you to be there calculating 14 times 14, 4 times 4, 16, and doing all of this calculation, you'll be wasting time. Okay, so this evening, if you have not learned your square numbers, at least from number 2 up to number 22 squared is 4, and up to 20 squared, you need to do so. Okay, that would help you to save some time. Okay, so the area of the square was 14 times 14, which is 196. Okay, you all are doing an excellent job. Excellent job. Liam is back at the top again, and I see now arrow here is our highest climber so far. Okay, doesn't mean that the others, you all are not doing great. Remember, these persons are just answering very fast. That's why the name is on the screen. It doesn't mean that you're not doing an excellent job. Okay, so here it says that in a triangle PQR, angle P equals x degrees and angle Q equals 2x degrees. Don't be afraid to sketch your triangle. Think on paper. Think on paper, people. Think on paper. Sketch your triangle. Represent what is given to you so that you can visualize the question. Okay, the question says that the triangle is PQR. You see what I'm doing on my paper? I am drawing my triangle PQR so I can better understand what's going on. They said that angle P is x degrees. So angle P right here is x degrees. The question went on to say that angle Q is 2x degrees. Okay, angle Q right here is 2x degrees. And they're asking me for now angle R. You need to ask yourself, how many degrees does all three angles in the triangle add up to? What is the sum of all three angles in the triangle? And that would help you to find the missing angle. That would definitely help you to find the missing angle here. Okay, excellent. So 13 of you all got this correct. Excellent. So let's see here. So we have our triangle. We have three sides in a triangle. My question to you all is, how many degrees does the sum of the angles in a triangle add total to? How many degrees, when we add all three angles in the triangle together, how many degrees do we get? Do we get 360 degrees? Do we get 180? Okay, someone said 180. Do you all agree with that? Okay, 180, excellent. So it means that angle X plus angle 2X plus angle R would give us 180 degrees. So in order to find the missing angle, we would have to subtract the sum of these two angles, 2X plus X. Could you all tell me what's 2X plus X? 2X plus X. Once I get the sum of the two angles, I would simply have to subtract it from the total 180 to find that other missing angle. Okay, someone said 3x. Excellent. 180 minus 3x. Okay, so once you add the two angles together, then you would have to subtract from 180 to find the other missing angle. Okay, you all are doing a great job. We are on to the next question. Okay, look, I see now Carl is at the top. And look, Cookie is now on the screen. And Ali just hit answer strict 4. Okay, you all are doing an excellent job. The area of a triangle is 60 centimeters square. Sketch your triangle. That's what I'm going to do. You need to ask yourself, what's the formula to get the area of a triangle? Okay, you need to remind yourself of the formula to calculate the area of a triangle. Here it is that they gave us the base. The base is 12 centimeters and they gave us the area. So we need to use this information to assist us in calculating the height of that triangle. Okay, we need to use this information to assist us in calculating the height once you know the formula for you to calculate the area of the triangle. Okay, so let's see here. So we are going to use the formula half times base times height. Okay, so the area of the triangle is half of the base multiplied by the height. They told us that the area is 60 centimeters. The base here is 12 centimeters. Half of the base would be 6 centimeters multiplied by the height, and that would give us our area of 60 centimeters squared. So what is the height? 6 multiplied by what would give us 60 centimeters? I need your assistance here. Type the answer in the chat for me, please. The area of the triangle will be half of the base, and half of the base would be 6. 6 multiplied by the height would give me the area. I would like you to type for me what would be the height in this case here. Okay, right? Yes, you could say 60 divided by 6. And yes, the answer would be 10 because 6 times 10 would give us 60. Okay, for those of y'all just joining, well, the game is almost over, but you can still join www.kahoot.it. You go to this link and you enter the game code. Let's see here. The game code is 1850486. 1850486. 1850486, and you could join the game at least for the few questions that are left. Okay, so let's see here. We are moving on. You all are doing an excellent job. Okay, next question. A little hint here, do what's in the brackets first. Q union S, determine the elements of Q union S, and then you will know which elements would intersect with the elements in set P. So determine the elements in Q union S first. Okay, let's see here. Q union S. And then you have to see how does that set intersect with set P. Okay, so let's see here. So we're given these three sets. Okay, so as I said, you want to do what's in the brackets first. So we want to determine the elements in Q union S. Could you all type in the chat for me the elements that would appear in Q union S? Q union S means both set Q and S combined together. Remember, we can't repeat elements, okay? We do not write an element more than once. So could you all type for me in the chat the elements that would appear in Q union S? Q union S would be both Q and S together. Not intersection. Intersection, you all are saying two because you are looking at the intersection. This symbol here, the U, means union. Union means to bring together. Okay? So Q union S means we're taking all the elements in Q and all the elements in S and we're going to bring that together. Okay? So as someone said, that would be 2, 3. We're missing 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing another number, right? Chicken backs, you're correct. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that will be 2, 3, 4, 5, as well as 6. So union, this U means union, united, together. All the elements together. Okay, so Q union S would be 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so now we have now set P. Set P would be 2, 3, 5, and 7. Now they're asking us now for the intersection between these two sets, Q union S and P. Now intersection means the elements that appear in both P as well as Q union S. Could you all type for me now the elements that appear in set P, the colored set right here, and that also appear in the set Q union S, which is the blue set over here. What are the elements that are common to both sets? That would be the intersection. So the N intersection, very good. Cheska Swirl 235, excellent. Pro Fresh here 235, excellent. Excellent. Kayla, excellent. Okay, so as you can see, 2 is common to both sets, 3 is common to both sets, as well as 5. Okay, so do not mix up or confuse union with intersect. Union, you kind of hear the word unite, you bring both sets together. And intersection, that would be the elements that are common to both sets. Okay, so the answer was 2, 3, 5. Okay, so let's see here. We are moving on to the next question, which is actually the final question for the evening. Okay, I will be sharing the game with you all after so that you can play the game on your own. Okay, so let's see here. This is the final question for the evening. Okay, so in the right angle triangle, which trigonometric ratio is equal to 4/8? A little hint, you need to identify your hypotenuse first. Identify your hypotenuse, and then you would attempt using the different formulas to see which one will be equal to 4/8. Okay, a little hint, if you remember SOHCAHTOA, that would help you with your formulas. Okay, so you can use this here to help you to remember your formulas. SOHCAHTOA, SOH, that would be sine of the angle. Sine of the angle, that would be equal to the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse. Cos of the angle would be adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse. And tan of the angle would be equal to the opposite side divided by the adjacent side, sorry. SOHCAHTOA. Okay, so you can write this on your paper to help you to remember your formulas tomorrow. Okay, for your trigonometric ratios. Okay, so let's see here. So 9 persons got this correct. So let's see here. So they wanted to know which trigonometric ratio is equal to 4/8. My question to you all, what's the length of the hypotenuse? Is it 4 centimeters or 8 centimeters? What's the length of the hypotenuse? The hypotenuse refers to the longest side of the right angle triangle. So which side would be the hypotenuse? Very good, the 8 centimeters. Now another way you can easily and you should find the hypotenuse, you should know that once you determine which angle is the 90 degree, which is right here, which I have in blue, the hypotenuse is always to the opposite side of the right angle. Okay, so this means that 8 here will be our hypotenuse. So automatically, I know that tan would be out of the question. Okay, so it could either be cos or it could be sine. So you would have 2 options for your answers. It could either be sine of angle x. Okay, so remember, sin would be your opposite side over your hypotenuse. We know that the hypotenuse is 8. So the side which is opposite to angle x, which would be on the other side, would be 4 centimeters. Okay, now cos of the angle, we could also say cos of y degrees, and that would be the adjacent side, in this case, would be 4 centimeters, over the hypotenuse, which would be 8 centimeters. So based on the options that we had, let me minimize this here. Based on the options that we had, the answer was sin of x degrees is equal to 4/8. Okay, so again, remember SOHCAHTOA to help you in order for you to determine your formulas for your trigonometric ratios. Okay, so persons, this was the last and final question for the evening. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so. At the end of the game, I would like you all to wait on for just a few seconds. What I'm going to do is I am going to give you the link to this game. This very same game that we played, I am going to give you the link to this game. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you the link to every other game that we played for the previous nights. So I am going to give you 3 game links. All of these game links have multiple choice questions on them. All of them are past paper questions, and once you click your answer, it will automatically be corrected just like we did here this evening. Okay, so you'll have a total of 30 past paper questions that you will be practicing this evening after this game. Okay, so let's get back to the game, and then you'll just give me a few seconds for me to give you the game link for you all to practice this evening on your own at your own pace. Okay, so let's see here. Again, we are all winners. We are all winners, okay? But for this evening, on the podium, we have 3rd place, we have Imperial Maiden. And the 2nd place, we have KK. Let me give you all some confetti here. And in 1st place, we have Liam this evening. Okay, and we also have IDK as well as Carl as number 5. So congratulations to these persons this evening. And also congratulations to everyone who came onto this live this evening. This shows that you're interested in your learning and you are interested in passing your exam this evening. Well, not this evening, but tomorrow rather. You're interested in passing your exam. Okay, so just give me a few seconds here. I am going to go ahead and give you all the game link to this game. So this here was the final game. I am going to leave the timer on it. I am going to leave the timer on the game. So that will help you all in terms of ensuring that you gauge yourself on the exam tomorrow. Okay, so this game link here, this game here is the game that we just played. Okay, so I'm going to give you all 2 other game links. That's the games that we played the previous evenings. Okay, so let me give you all the 2nd game here. So that will be an additional 20 past paper questions that you will have for you to practice this evening again. So here is the 2nd game link. Okay, what's her name? Okay, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Miss K. George. Okay, I am the owner of Jumpstart Institute. If you go to www.jumpstartinstitute.com, you will get more information about the business. And also persons who are in Form 4, you could send the company a WhatsApp message at 12645819957. We will have online classes available for September, not just CXC Math, but also actually from grade 5 up to CXC, up to 5th form. So we do have classes available for 1st form, 2nd form, 3rd form, as well as CXC Math, and also for persons going to write the grade 6 level exam. I'm going to give you an additional 10 questions again. So hold on one second. Let me give you all an additional game here. So that will be a total of 30 past paper questions for you all to practice. And trust me, you go through this evening, good to go tomorrow. You are good to go tomorrow. Okay, so all of these are timed at 1.5 minutes or probably about a minute. Only past paper questions on there. A lot of them were taken from the January 2023 paper. I took some from the 2017 papers as well as 2021 and 2016. So it's recent papers that are on there. Okay, so please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe if you haven't done so. And good luck on your exam tomorrow. Ensure that you play these games this evening, and I can guarantee you, you will pass your exam tomorrow. And again, focus on how you get the exam how you get the question, sorry, how you get the answer, not just cramming the answer itself, but how you actually got it. Okay, so good luck tomorrow. I wish you all the best tomorrow. And I would want you all to come back here. I'll come back here after and you will let me know how the exam went and when your results are out as well. Okay, so bye. Enjoy the rest of the evening and good luck tomorrow.
Looking for, we got what you looking for. What you looking for? We got what you looking for. What you looking for? We got what you looking for. What you looking for? We got what you looking for. What you looking for? We got what you looking for. What you looking for? We